This is a story of a hot ginger chick that turns into a zombie. Now come on, who doesn't like zombie titties? Let's see some blood.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
We open the movie straight out with the movie title. And we start this movie off in some secret Area 51 building where they're planning on making the dead into bioweapons. Sounds like a great idea. But before we start the test, we move over to the beach where we meet the cool ass cast members. They're cool as shit.
God, Julie, what are you doing? You're so mental.
And you know, if you're tough enough to burn your fucking hand with a lighter and not give a fuck, then you're absolutely cool as fuck. So after this ginger crackhead is done burning her hand for fun, her douchebag boyfriend turns up with his dad's swipe card. And he tells her about the testing place at this Area 51 place, and she gets wet as fuck just thinking about it.
God, it's so cruel. I bet they're cutting up some poor animals or something.
You've got problems, bitch. So they fuck off to the secret place to watch. Now back at the secret lab, they're setting up a dead body to test, and they're going to use the gas from the barrels from the first two classic movies. And it's go time. And it seems he would still rather be dead than in this zombie format. So they shoot this prick in the head and they kill this re-resurrected son of a bitch. And ginger crackhead and douchebag, they see all of this and they run like fuck. And she fucking frothed on it. But back in the lab, they gotta check the body and remove it.
Introduction to mouth tissue, esophagus appears clear.
Why would you put your fingers in his fucking mouth, even if it's dead? Fucking dickhead. So now this poor motherfucker has lost his fingers, but that's the least of his fucking worries. Because this zombie knows how to use a scalpel, and he fucking stabs just like a maniac killer. But he gets bored of that and just fucks this guy up. Now these two other idiot workers need to shoot this motherfucker in the head to stop him, but they keep fucking missing.
Oh my god!
Okay, we're all good now. Dr. Dickhead is dead, but no stress. So they strap down this zombie prick, but they've forgotten one fucking thing. You get bit, you become. And Dr. Dickhead, he's fucking hungry. And instead of getting the poor bastard out, they lock the cunt in. But the other lab guy takes Dr. Dickhead and the zombie out and saves himself. And we move on. Back to Douchebag's house, and him and the ginger junkie have just finished up having some unprotected sex. And she's not getting off on Douchebag. She's actually still dripping from what she saw at the lab.
When that bullet smashed into his skull, the dead guy, I wonder if he could feel anything.
Jesus, Ginger, you're freaking me out. So Dad gets home and he's fucking pissed. And he tells Douchebag's son that he's been reassigned at work and they have to move to Oklahoma. But Douchebag says, fuck that, I'm not moving. And fucks off with his ginger junkie. Now riding in the wind to destination unknown. About to start their new life together, they're motorbiking it down the highway. And while douchebag Curt, he's trying to control his motorbike, ginger junkie is still hot about what happened. She tries to start jerking him off on the motorbike. But just like any human male, erections and controlling a vehicle just don't mix. And she's fucked. Snapped her fucking neck. And his devo. But he remembers about his dad's card. Family discount at the lab for bringing the dead back to life. So he chucks the dead junkie bitch back on the bike and then they head to the lab. And sneaking in is no problem. Security don't even notice you're lugging a dead ginger on your bike. So Curt suits up and it's go time. So this dickhead doesn't know how to use the gas in the barrels properly, so he just fucking rips the lid off. But it works.
God, Curt, that was incredible. Let's do it again.
And she fucking loves the rush. But he fucked up and didn't put the lid back on. What the fuck is that? But douchebag being the hero he is, he knocks that fucking zombie out. And he really knocked this zombie's block off, because his skull is now exposed. But that doesn't stop this zombie. And they run like fuck, but this zombie prick keeps chasing them. But finally, when security get off their ass and get to the job, probably should have called in sick today, mate. And this prick's having a fucking feast. And Ginger Junkie can't believe what's happening.
Curt, is that what I'm gonna become?
Most probably, unless you overdose first. Tough to really say, lady. But they fuck off and get the fuck out of there. And Ginger is hungry now, she wants some food. So they stop off at the local convenience store and they grab some Twinkies. But she's hating human junk food. But the local Mexican gang are there and they're starting some shit, so some shit's about to go down. And the store owner tells them all to get fucked, get the fuck outside. But these fuckers shoot the owner, take the money and run. But while the last one's on his way out, Arriba, you're bit, bitch! And she fucking loves it. It tastes delicious. But they quickly fuck off too before the po-po arrive. So the Mexican gang fucked their bike up, so they have to take the Asian owner's van, and then they fuck off, giving the Asian guy a lift to the hospital on their way. Now Ginger Junkie on the way to the hospital, she's getting those zombie pains, and the only way to relieve those pains is to self-harm. She already loved that from the beginning anyway when she was burning herself. And her hunger pains are back. She's fucking starving.
Brains.
Nothing like some fresh Chinese takeaway. After that feed, they fuck off. And the cops finally turn up and find the van and investigate. He's fucked. And now it's the Asian's turn to have a feast. And his partner does fuck all and just stands there and almost gets a meal made out of himself. But the US Army have arrived to save the day and take care of this zombie problem. America, fuck yeah! Now back to Ginger Junkie and Douchebag, and they're making their way through the sewers to make their little getaway. And Junkie is still self-harming to relieve the pain. And she's fucking loving it. But Douchebag hates her doing it and calls her disgusting. Bit fucking harsh, mate. But she doesn't want to live anymore. So she ends it all by jumping off the bridge. And Douchebag shits his pants and goes looking for her. Dude, she's already dead. It's okay, man. It's cool. Now over with the Mexican and the dude that got bit. He's got a fucking fever. And the Mexicans are pissed about the fucking bite.
Well, she gave you something, Nessie. She gave you something bad.
She certainly did. And probably given it to plenty other guys too. Just get some cream, mate, you'll be right. But they're pissed and they want to find her to give us some Mexican gangster payback. Now back to Douchebag and he finds his Ginger Junkie. But the Mexicans also find them. But luckily this homeless guy, Riverman, he finds them, helps them, and takes them back to his home in the sewers. So after this awkward necrophiliac moment that is disturbing for some and hot for others, these Mexicans are not giving up and they're hot on their trail. But Douchebag tries to fight them off. But he's weak as piss and he gets the absolute shit beaten out of him. But they don't want him. They came for the girl. Oh shit. Fuck it. You fucking would, wouldn't you? And that's exactly what's on Santos's mind.
Oh, you look like my kind of bitch.
And he has no fear of what he could catch, so he takes her out the back. Now while he's getting down in the back, the gang member that got bit, he's dead. But that's the least of their problems. Looks like Santos lost his fucking head. And the other gang members try to shoot her down and fight her off, but no fucking luck. She just bites his fucking face off. This chick gang member, she almost gets away, but her own crew fucks her up. And these guys quickly all lock themselves in River Rat Man's fucking sewer home so the zombie Mexicans can't get them. And now Carlos is fucking transformed and still making Mexican insults as a zombie. So the barricade they've made isn't holding these Mexican zombies off much longer. So they've got to fucking shoot up that ladder. But unfortunately, homeless river rat man doesn't make it. Jesus, calm the fuck down. What a son of a bitch. But everything's gonna be okay because douchebag's dad has turned up and the US Army. Fuck yeah. Nice shot, Dad. Dad's a fucking machine. A fucking zombie killing animal. And last left is his girl. And he just steps aside and lets Dad take care of it. Fucking easy as that. But remember, this gun doesn't kill them, it sedates them so they can use them in an army. Now back at the lab, all is forgiven from Daddy, but Douche decides to go for a little walk and check out the bio weapons that they are making.
Julie.
Glad to see she's looking well. And homeless river rat. Making zombie killing machines. But douchebag ain't happy with this situation, so he knocks the doctor out, not giving a fuck. And rescues his ginger junkie, and that makes River Rat break free in anger. And he starts fucking these cunts up. He's fucked. Made him piss. Then she tries to run, but he chucks her like a bag of shit. Now guns might be the right idea. Damn. Ah, fuck, not the leg. And now barrels are being knocked over left, right and center. And zombies are on the loose everywhere. And they're all trapped inside with no fucking hope. Until River Rat remembers them and he opens the door. And it's a zombie feast. Everyone's getting eaten alive. Now douchebag and ginger junkie were almost out, but just first a little reunion with the skullfucker zombie. Now you're fucked, douchebag. And Daddy tries to save him, but he doesn't want to go. Especially now he's bit, he does the only thing that he thinks is right. Since he did start all this shit, and just like a beautiful love story, they take each other's hand for the final time. They kiss and they say goodbye. So beautiful, so emotional. And they stare in each other's eyes for the final goodbye. And then they both burn in fucking hell. The end. This needed money behind it. This really, really did need money behind it. This is a good story. It actually is a good script. It's a good plot. I really, really like this movie. But it doesn't get a high rating on the point system. And I'll give you my rating in a minute. I'll just explain why. The acting was okay, it could have been better. The zombies look pretty fucking goddamn budget. And the story was so good. I like the story. I think it needs to be remade. Even if it's not a Return of the Living Dead movie, I think it's a very, very good story that needs to be rebooted somehow, some way. It's got so much potential, so someone needs to really look at fucking redoing this movie in some way or some capacity, and I'll really froth on that. Apart from that, the zombies were too fake and it didn't have enough budget behind it, but it was more of a midday movie, a Return of the Living Dead midday movie, you could probably say. Anyway, I'm going to give this one 5 out of 10 blood popcorns. If it had more budget with the story and the acting was better, it probably could have been like an 8 or a 9. Could have been a fucking amazing movie. But it just gets a 5 out of 10. And it's something I will watch again. Right guys, that's it. I'll be back next week with Godzilla vs. King Kong. Or is it King Kong vs. Godzilla? King Kong vs. Godzilla 1962. Had never seen that one before. Very interesting. Like, subscribe, do what the fuck you want. I'll be back next week regardless. Check out my other shit that's on this channel. Otherwise, each week I'll be retro reviews on here and all the little other sprinkles that's on the channel as well. Thanks guys for watching. See you next week. Like, subscribe, do what the fuck you want. See you!